This is a perfect circle because everything comes around full circle.
Yes.
This
The
is
album cover's not even a circle.
the
Not a
album
perfect
cover's
circle.
not even a perfect circle. That's the funny part.
Yeah.
Actually, it's an incomplete circle because they're not touching.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
So the real title is called Mer de Noms. It's French. I don't know what it is exactly. I should have read into that further, but it's French. I know that for a fact.
Yes.
It was mostly produced by Maynard James Keenan, and if that name's any familiar to us Tool fans, that's the lead singer of Tool.
Yup.
Yes, it is.
It's Tool.
He is also the lead singer of A Perfect Circle, and as well as the producing, master, mix and engineering, and lyricist for Pussifer, a third band.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what their significance is nowadays. I haven't heard much from them as of late.
no.
But this album was like 2001. Back when
2000.
was it 2000 or 2000?
Yep. I've noticed a trend. Almost every 2000s album we've listened to is in the year 2000 because we really don't like getting away from the 90s.
Nah,
We fucking love the 90s.
If you couldn't tell.
fucking 90s music is lit.
I
Anyway,
don't disagree.
no. So, I don't remember. I think it's like 12 tracks.
It doesn't say on here, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 12 tracks.
Dozen tracks on here. They are all bangers in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
but
12.
Let's get into
Let's
it.
jump right into it. The first track, The Hollow.
Hello. It was a pretty good opening.
This-
Solid
This is a
fucking
really good
opener,
song.
dude. I love the
a pretty
Hollow.
solid opening
Good
track.
opening.
Yeah, I really enjoy this track. And this track, it kind of sets how the rest of the album is going to sound. It's like you said, a hard rock sound. It's not metal.
Yeah, this is mostly like
This is like, I hate to sound ignorant. This is kind of like Tool light.
okay. So
It's
there,
like Tool. It's like Diet Tool, you know.
There's
It's kinda like-
Diet Tool.
damn, can't speak. The inside joke amongst the community of fans, they basically say the same thing you do.
It's Tool
It's
light.
Tool Light.
It's Tool light. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
not a
You
bad
got, you got
thing.
like Coors Banquet, and then we got fucking
Coors Light.
Yeah, this is
This
which
is the
It's not a bad thing at all.
No.
I very much like this album.
Funny enough, the connection between Maynard with this band and Tool, the guitar tech for Adam Jones, the main guitar player of Tool, his name's Billy Howardell, and he's from Jersey.
Mhm.
And-
Represent.
Yeah, represent. And he got with Maynard in the mid to late 90s and showed him material that he had written while the band was on the road, while he was in the back. And Billy was just like, I would like to have this turn into some kind of album with a female singer. Originally, Maynard
Yes.
James Keenan was not supposed to be on this
Oh,
album.
really?
It was supposed to be a female singer. They couldn't find someone in time, so Maynard said, fuck it, I'm singing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it fit his vibe, it fit his atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where he comes into play, as well as I think he was a big part of the production half as well.
The next track, Magdalena. I think that's how you pronounce that.
Magalenda.
Magdalena, I think is how it's written. But either way, it's a good track.
It's a solid track.
This
It's
is the second solid one.
Mhm.
Good, a good second song to
Yes.
attract.
Then there's the track Rose. This is one of my favorites.
Rose
This
hits
one was
fucking
really
hard.
good.
This one's very, very
really
like
liked it.
Hmm
solid.
Yeah, it's a pretty good track.
I think this one is a very solid track. And this one was, I think, the popular track off the album Judith.
Judith
Juice
was
is
the
probably my favorite. of
Yeah,
that.
this
my
was the
favorite,
number
too.
one single at the time, and I think that one went platinum. The
It's a very
song-
good song.
The song went platinum. This is about Maynard James Keenan's mother, who had MS and something neurological wrong with her as well. And he wrote about like there's religious statements made in the song like Christ, pray to God or something like that. And it was related to the fact that she was a religious personality. Like she was a devout Christian woman, similar to like James Hetfield's mom.
Mhm.
Except James Hetfield's mom was like Christian Science,
Yeah.
not
Mhm.
regular Christianity.
Which he touches on in that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a different story.
Judith is a very, very fun song, and I'm glad it was the single. And also, Rob Halford of Judas Priest heard it and said, that's the fucking single you want
Mhm.
to the whole band. That is the single.
Yeah, I think it works too.
So.
It's the best one they could have done. Orestes? That's
Ostras.
Ostras. I cannot speak. I do not French. I'm sorry.
This is one of my favorites.
This one is very good too. I like this one a lot.
All of them are catchy too. Like they will.
They all have a really nice sound that gets stuck in your head.
Yeah. And like I said, any one of these could have been singles.
Mm-hmm.
Any one of them could have been.
Yeah. Three Libras. I do like that track a lot too.
That was another
It's really
single
good.
that came out, and 3 Libras was pretty solid. There was a music video for it, and it was very trippy. It was very weird.
Nice.
Mhm.
Sleeping Beauty's the next track. That one's alright. Like it's
Yeah, it's kind of.
that one was just okay.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't bad. I do enjoy
I
that
like
track.
Sleeping Beauty for how slow it is and how powerful, like that.
It's a little more slow, yeah.
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 I really like his voice. His voice is great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would have loved
Diet
to hear
Tool.
Yeah, Diet Tool.
it. Yeah. I would have loved to know what it would have sounded like with a female singer.
Yeah, it would have been more.
That would have
it
been
would've
very
interesting.
unique. So
The next track's Thomas.
that's his dad. That's James. That's Maynard James Keenan's father.
Oh.
It's about him. I forget some of the lyrics that are more like personal towards Keenan. Like they relate to his life as a child,
Okay.
not really knowing his dad much because his dad fucked off. In Keenan's late teens, early teens or late teens, somewhere in that time period,
Okay.
disappeared, and he fucking had resentment towards his father.
The next one is Renholder.
Reinholder's okay.
This one is like probably one of the less good tracks on the album. I mean, it's still good, but like
Yeah.
it's just okay.
I thought this track is okay, but I will say I like the next two tracks. So the next two tracks. are
Thinking
so
of
fun.
You, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
love
good
that
one.
track.
Thinking of You is a really like catchy
And
song.
Brenna, I also really like
Brenya,
that track.
ooh.
Brenya is my personal favorite
That's
song.
a pretty good track.
That one is really
Yeah.
good.
If I had to pick one song out of an album per like albums,
Yeah.
this would be one of the songs I
This
would
is a
take
pretty
out.
good song. Yeah.
That is solid. In live occasions, instead of singing Brenya in the like those chorus parts,
Mhm.
Keenan would sing his wife's name
Mhm.
instead of the title. So in live shows, it would be like in honor of her, he would
Mhm.
sing about it. So
That's really sweet.
yeah, man. And then over,
Over.
it's over.
It's over.
I felt like it was just him playing with it's like he's playing with like a little toy.
Yeah.
You know,
Do, do, do.
Yeah.
It doesn't even like it's very the ending is a little underwhelming. That last
Yeah,
track
the
is
end-
very like I was sitting there like is this really the end?
Yeah,
of the album?
I
Is this
could
the
say
end
it's
of the
probably my
album?
least favorite track is the last one.
Yeah.
I thought they would go with like a more grandiose ending instead of
I
just like
thought
a quiet
The movie
like,
being a
slinking
perfect
away.
circle, I thought it was gonna like the
Circle
end of
and
the
then
track
compass.
was gonna be the beginning of the album again.
Kind
That's
of
what I
like
thought it
Pink
was
Floyd's
gonna
The Wall does that.
be. Yeah.
Oh, it'll completely go back.
Yeah.
It can.
Pink
you can
Floyd's The
loop
Wall,
album.
you can just re-listen to the album in a loop because it loops.
I didn't know.
It's a perfect loop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The beginning of the album is like the end of the album sets up the beginning of the album.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when it replays, it's like, oh shit.
It perfectly loops into it if you had it on loop. But this album, I think it's very good for never even heard of this band and before.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they had a side band, and I really appreciate it. It's really good.
The entire band, when Jay Leno was popular on late night TV,
Ah, the good old days.
he had the whole band on
Really?
and would shoot the shit with Maynard and was like lightly busting balls and being like comical. But a perfect circle as a band, they played Judith the single, and then they played The Hollow immediately after that. That was like the 2-night set.
Those are some very
two
good
songs
songs
set.
too. Like
I think The
Yeah.
Hollow is one of my like second favorite tracks.
it's a really good track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm completely happy with this album.
Me
I
too.
love
I
it.
do like this
It's
album.
a very
I really do
satisfying
like this
to listen
album.
to. Everything flows
Mhm.
into each other.
Good final thoughts, Jake. What do you think of the album?
What are your final thoughts?
Pretty good.
Man, you're on your phone.
Yeah,
you
what
dick.
have you been doing this
You
episode?
sat this whole time,
You guys
prick.
were literally talking. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Bro, where's your opinions on it?
It's a good album. Like, I don't know what
Okay.
that's not. I don't know much about it.
Right? Well,
Alright, well, what do you rate it?
This one, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. The song Over is kind of meh, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And also, I wish it was just more out there. You know, I wish it was more accessible to some people. Because, like,
I never heard of it until you mentioned it to me.
yeah, it's
Yeah, me
so
neither.
underground
A lot of
in
these
a
things
sense.
that like I don't know how people don't know about this. I don't know how I haven't heard about this yet.
It's
Yeah.
one of those things. I agree with that.
If
Like the big thing that I was said that nobody knows that hearing aid exists.
Yeah, hearing
Like
aid.
that's the one thing that blows my mind is there's so many
We should do
things
that
that
one
came out of
day.
80s and the 90s that nobody remembers. Like everybody kind of forgot that it existed.
Like the Yngwie Malmsteens and the Steve Vais and shit, like they're very well known amongst the group that know
Yeah.
them, but outside it's like, oh, I never heard of them before.
Buckethead is a very niche thing, I'd say too. Not a lot of people know about Buckethead
Nah.
or his other band Praxis.
And,
I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm
okay.
gonna give it a 7. I really enjoyed the album. I thought it was pretty good. I'm a Tool fan, so I also appreciate that part of the album.
Yeah, the
fact that
connection.
it is him. So I do like it a lot. It was pretty good. So
I really enjoy the album a lot, especially for something I've never even heard of. I'm gonna give it an 8. Like I really like this a lot. I think that more people should listen to it, especially if you're a Tool fan.
Definitely.
What do you say?
I didn't even think of a fucking thing.
Oh my! That's why he's been
7.
quiet. 7? Okay.
we
What
gotta
the
do a
fuck
coin
is this?
flip.
Oh yeah, we do.
Or you want to rock paper scissors?
I would rather
Uh,
coin flip.
I liked it.
Okay,
But
yeah.
it was like it was too. Fuck, I can't speak either.
It's like I said, it's
It's
a
like-
it's a lighter tool. It's
Yeah.
very
Tool
So,
light.
like, it's-
tool
yes.
light. Yeah.
I'll pull up a coin on here.
All right, heads or tails?
Oh, he's got it.
Heads.
All right, it is heads. All right, Zach.
Oh shit.
No.
No,
He said
I'm
he's not doing it.
I'm
He's
not
okay.
doing the
No,
bad
no.
album, but this means that I'm gonna give you guys a good album this week. But next time I choose,
It's the
y'all are getting the shit bomb.
I don't know what that is, but okay. So what do you got?
I didn't have an album ready for this week because I didn't expect
I have one
to
ready.
win an 80s album.
Oh.
We're gonna be listening to Peace Sells, but who's buying?
Yeah! Let's go! Oh,
That is
fuck
so
yes.
fucking cool!
Yeah.
I love,
Alright.
oh, I
yeah.
love
Because we've
this
done
album.
a lot of 90s albums. I'm gonna pick an 80s album.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Alright, boys.